One of the greatest paradoxes in trading is that traders find it more easy to hold on to losers rather to winners. Read all about it in the latest issue of Fibonacci-Traders newsletter. It's free, link in the description below. Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com here with the daily market recap. Without any further ado, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, and let's see the charts. Let's see what the SPY brought us today. It was another roller coaster ride. Ended with a doji off this trend line. This trend line is holding, and you remember this area, the crossroads between these two trend lines. The yellow trend line that came all the way from January 2022 held as a strong resistance for all the lower highs, broke, now getting retested. It needs to hold together with this red trend line that holds the higher lows since October lows. This area is a very important support area. Breaking below, most probably with high probability, we will go and retesting December's lows. Now, if we take a look on the 5-minute, check out the roller coaster ride. This was today's roller coaster brought to you by SPY. Next is QQQ. Sliding down on this trend line. This trend line needs to hold. The 288 needs to hold. Otherwise, we will continue sliding down or breaking to the downside. 282, 273, and maybe all the way to 260, retesting these lows. IWM, sideways continuation. Doji after doji, indecision in the market. Market cannot decide. We surely cannot decide. We need to wait for market to decide direction. Long, breaking above. Short, continuation below the 188. Look left, 188 is holding as support. Why? Because it was a very strong resistance not so long ago. Now it's getting retested as support. Failing to hold, we will see continuation to the downside. Bulls need to brace and break above this trend line to the upside. Dow Jones barely holding 326 because bulls know that once 326 will fail to hold, lose the grip, we will see all these levels to the downside for future support. XLE holding 83, very important support. Look left, resistance, support, now getting retested once again as support. We have this gap to the upside at the 88 area, and we know more than 80% of all gaps will get filled throughout time. 82 will fail to hold. We have this double top scenario all the way to 77. We have this gap over here, and we have this gap over here. Follow price. Use levels to manage risk. The only thing you need to follow is price. Never follow blindly anyone on social media, paid or free services. Learn, listen, study, but in the end of the day, it's up to you. You must do your own due diligence. Pave your own path. Bitcoin struggling to hold the orange trend line. If you're following me on Twitter and you saw previous videos in the past few weeks or so, you know these trend lines. Trend lines are the true support resistance for price action. Ethereum also basically moving sideways. this consolidation will end at some point. Long above 1740, short below 1560. Everything you see and hear on this video and on other videos on my channel is for educational purposes only. Do your own due diligence. Don't trust anyone to make you money. Natural gas. Continuation from 210, 280. Very nice bounce. Let's see continuation towards 3 and maybe 330. For now, it looks like bulls are starting to get tired. You have this doji here, another doji here. Can bulls embrace themselves and gain more power? Continuation to the upside, but after this bull run, some pullback towards 263 and maybe 250 will be very healthy. The US 10-year yield breaking above this trend line, 4.08, 410 if you want, will be next. And as long this goes to the upside, it will be very hard for the SPY Qs and friends to go to the upside. AAPL holding the 145 because bulls know that if 145 will fail to hold, 138 and maybe even this trend line will get retested as support. We do have here multi-top rejection from the 155. Bulls needs to embrace themselves. Otherwise, this trend line that was a very tough resistance for the lower highs since August 2022. And as you can see here, October, November, December broke to the upside. And now, if bulls will give up, this trend line will get retested as support. Tesla, Investors Day, after hours, dropping by 5.6%. 191 needs to hold. Otherwise, this gap over here will pull price towards it to get filled, because gaps are like magnets to price action and gaps likes to get filled. NVDA. Let's clean the chart. And as we said yesterday's video, this void will draw price into it. Watch yesterday's video, watch previous videos, and here we are. The void, the gap starts to pull inside the price. We have this small gap over here at the 217. This gap will get filled, and then this gap will get filled. 80% chance. Now it's becoming more than 80% chance, but nothing is 100%. It's all about managing risk. Google bouncing for now off this trend line. This red trend line helps us to identify the higher lows. We had this low here, higher low here. Now let's see if this low can validate as a new higher low. We need a break above 92 to the upside, and then we have all the levels to the upside for future resistance. Netflix breaking below this yellow trend line. Next support, you guessed it, red trend line. This trend line held the higher lows since July 2022. Here it went down. Why? We have this trend line here. Held, 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 failed Now, you see the power of a doji. Indecision, 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 decision. To the downside. You can add Fibonacci to help you identify the next levels of support and resistance. And, not surprising, is it magic? 312 Fibonacci level. Let's do it again. Swing high, swing low. Boom. Fibonacci level. Know your candlesticks analysis with the relationship with Fibonacci and trend lines. And then you can stop following anyone, including myself, and become your own indicator. If you want to do it, check the links in the description below. One-on-one mentorship program live with lifetime access support until you won't need me. Meta, try to bounce. Trend lines, doji, now you don't have to guess where price is going. Pulling back to where? Fibonacci. 170, failing to hold, 164, 156, and then this gap will get filled. Shopify, trying to hold by the thread the 40 area together with this trend line. This trend line goes all the way back to October lows, December lows, now trying to hold February lows. We need to get a bounce above 43 area, and then this will get validated as a new higher low, and maybe we'll get a bounce towards, you guess it, this gap over here. Microsoft, failing to hold the 247, the 618 Fibonacci level. Now it's also the 50% of this trend. If this will fail to hold, 238, 239 to the downside. So as you can see, no other indicators are truly needed. All we have to do is follow price, use our eyes and some logic. This is not rocket science. It's only technical analysis. You can learn technical analysis in 4 or 5 hours. The toughest thing is to train your mental strength to become consistent trader. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends. Check Fibonacci Traders Academy 22 videos, 20 minutes or less, on how to become a better trader. And if you want to take your trading journey to the next level, check the links in the description below for the live one-on-one mentorship program, Fibonacci Traders mentorship program. Thank you very much for watching. Until the next video, stay safe.